Hey everyone, I hope you're having a super fantastic day wherever you might be. I'm continuing with this series of videos only because it's minus 40 degrees Celsius where I live, and it's been minus 40 for a week now. I want to get out and do another bushcraft related video where I'm out making coffee and stuff, but I just don't have the energy to get out there. It involves starting vehicle and plugging things in and just taking extra precautions. I just don't have the energy for that right now. Perhaps on the next cold snap, which I'm pretty sure there will be another one, I might get into it. But for now, I'm going to stay in and stay warm and continue talking about some different types of knives and things like that. So as you can tell by the title, it's going to be another top 5, this time in my top 5 in the Emerson category. If you've seen some of my videos, I've got quite a few knives, so I'm kind of breaking them out into this top 5 category thing, from hard use to monster folders. By the way, that's very popular right now, is that monster folder. Thank you. I'm going to talk about some Emersons today. Some of you like them, some of them you don't. Emersons are known for you really like them or you really hate them, where some knives are, everybody loves them, and they're just the way it is. Anyway, I'm okay with that. Mr. Duck, you got anything to say? Okay, let's change things up.
I can't stand intros.
All right, Mr. Duck is away for now, so you don't have to worry about him. I've got a few. I've got 7 in the collection, and of course, I like them all. I did have I had a couple of mini. I had a mini Commander and a mini. The Horseman, which is the mini CQC 8. Those two have gone away, and they got replaced by a couple of others. So out of the 7 here, I have to pick 5 to make it go through. So let's start at this end here. We've got the Karambit. Of course, everything here except for one is in the 154 cm, and that is a full-on chisel. And it's a liner. They're all liner locks, except for, I can't remember now. I think they all are. I'm not a martial artist or anything like that. I just find this to be very cool. And yeah, they're all pretty pricey. So, and of course, I've smoothed them all out, and I've done my own mods to them. If you're new to this channel, I like to tweak the things that I like. It's part of the hobby that I'm interested in. So, okay, so we got a Karambit. It's just the Karambit. It's not a Super Karambit. We got a CQC 7 here. And you'll notice a 45 ACP on all of these except for the Karambit. And I did these myself. Wasn't hard to do. And this one is different because it's a flipper. And a liner lock as well. It's also running on bearings, where so that makes it pretty unique in this collection, that is. CQC 7 F, I believe. And then we're moving into the CQC 15. And just an awesomely cool blade shape and handle shape. The ergos on this one, I would have to say, yeah, I would have to put this one in number 1 as far as that handle is concerned. But I don't know. It's going to be a tough call. And here we have the Roadhouse. Oh, and before I get too far into the Roadhouse, I did forget to mention that this is the only blade in the collection that's in the S35 VN versus the 154 CM. So I forgot to mention that. Back to the Roadhouse. Roadhouse. Again, I mean, shape, right? Just so cool. I've got these all pretty much tweaked out the way I like them. They're buttery smooth. There's no lock stick anymore or any of that kind of thing. So here's one, a newer one. This is the Emerson Sax, S-E-A-X. Another, just his shapes. I think that's what attracts me, is the shapes. The one thing about this hump right here, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that. I like everything about it. And this much sticking out of the pocket, it does bother some people. It doesn't really bother me. And I've tried to keep all the pocket clips stock. And this is another newer one. This is the CQC8, but it's got the flipper, and it's the only one with the serrations. I don't have any others with serrations. So, and there's that, you can hear a squeak. Do you hear that? It's just a little squeak. That's because it's, I'm not really using it that much, but that CQC7F, it had the same problem at the beginning, and then it just kind of went away. So this is an amazing, comfortable knife. Very, very comfortable. And last on the list is the Super Commander, which this particular knife showed up in my Safe Queen video because they're just getting harder to find. I know they are out there, but they have become really pricey. So, just so cool. I've put my own edge on this particular one, and I think that's 7 as well. So, well, I'm gonna have to take 5, and it's hard to do, but that means I think 7, 2 gotta come out. What 2? That's the problem. Well, I can only go based on, all right, I'll take out the Karambit because it's just for collection, I think, and cool factor. It's not a daily user. It's not something I would carry all the time, and I don't carry this all the time. So I'll take this one out. That leaves 6, and then there were 6. So I have to pull one more out of here, and I think I'm gonna pull out the Roadhouse. I'm gonna pull out the Roadhouse. This is so hard to do. It's just so hard to do. But I think I'm gonna pull out the Roadhouse only because I've got 2 that are black, and it's not much more unique than the 15. The 15 is a classic. So between these 2, I would have to take the Roadhouse out, just because the 15 is just a classic, and I'll leave it in there. So now I've got 5. Now I gotta order them somehow, get them in the right order. That's gonna be a trick. So starting off with number 5. Number 5 would have to be, I'm gonna put the Sax in at number 5. Okay, So the sax can come in at number 5. Something like that. And that leaves, who is going to be number 4? The reason why the sax is number 5 is because of this, just this end, and there's something funky in the handle. I can't put my finger on it. There's something in here. It just doesn't work with my particular hand. It might work with yours, but it doesn't work with mine. So I'm going to put him in at number 5. Now it gets tricky. Okay, I'm not really sure. I haven't even thought this out. I'm kind of winging it right now. I'm going to have to go with the 7 as number 4. The 7 with number 4. CQC 7F flipper with number 4. I think it's coming in number 4. I mean, it's really smooth. It's just so smooth. I think it's coming in number 4 because of the full chisel. Like, I don't mind it that much, but I think based on that, I'll have to put that in here. Now, you have to understand, I have not thought this through. I'm just winging it here. And to me, it just feels more natural to do than to plot it out. So, number 5, number 4. Okay. I'm going to put the CQC 8 in at number 3. That's right. Forgot to mention, this is the only pocket clip that has this Emerson on there. But it's a CQC 8. And, I mean, it's classic. Don't you think? Yeah. But those serrations might be enough to kick it out of the top 2. But gosh darn, I've always liked the CQC 8, and when I saw it with the flipper, I couldn't resist. Man, it's uncomfortable. Okay, so that leaves these 2. Now, this is going to be a tough call, really tough call. And I'm going to have to pick the Super Commander as number 2. I know it's in the Safe Queen category, but I'm going to pick number 2. Why? It's really gosh darn big. It's really big, very comfortable, but really big. And number 2 because, well, it's becoming more collectible. Looks like the centering's off a little bit. I guess the temperatures do that. They really change the things in the metals. Anyway, I'll put it in at number 2. And that leaves, of course, the CQC 15. Number 1, the ergos on this are amazing. They're so close to the number 8. The black, it does really look cool on this particular knife. These are not minis, these are just regular size. And it's a standby along with the 8 and the 7. I think the 15 is right up there. So, and I'm just absolutely smitten with that blade shape. It's not a full flat, it's a V grind. V chisel. So there you have it. Off wing. Number 5, the sax. Number 4, the CQC 7F. Number 3, the CQC 8. Number 2, Emerson Super Commander. And coming in at number 1 is the Emerson CQC 15. I hope you really enjoyed that as much as I did. What do you think?